Virtual vibe sanity is what we're hoping for.
Hello VR fans, how you doing? You all good? Great to have you down here. So, Brain Man Virtual Reality Reviews continues. We are racing into the final few before I hang up my YouTubing hat, having given it a go for a year. And we've got something very special today. If you have been a fan of one BBC franchise in particular for a long time, you are gonna love what I've got to show you today. So, without further ado, let us go from reality to virtual reality, where we are having a lovely time down by the River Thames. Today, we are going to do something that's relevant to the River Thames, in as much as the River Thames is in London, and that is the place where a certain creation, it's a TV series mainly, it's been going on since the 60s, but it's turned into a VR experience. It is Doctor Who. So let us get stuck right in. Whilst the game is uploading, I will just run through, for old time's sake, my top 3 tips on how to get more out of your VR experience every single day. Always have a glass of water to hand, because you don't want to have to go running off to the kitchen in order to get yourself a drink. You don't want to break the immersion, because when you're in VR, you want to stay in VR. Having to constantly jump out and go back in, jump out and go back in, it breaks the magic. So have a glass of water to hand. As every Brit will tell you, a cup of tea always reinvigorates. This is bright and early today, so I'm drinking coffee. Clear out loads of space, use the space, move around in it, be dynamic. That's one of the key things. It really helps to boost the VR experience. Wear loose-fitting clothing and make sure you're kind of losing heat from your body, from your arms, from your legs, maybe fan-assisted, because you do not want to be sweating from your forehead. It'll steam up your lenses. And if you steam up the lenses, it breaks the virtual reality immersion. And then fifthly and finally, it's a really simple one. Virtual reality is so good. It's got huge addictive potential. Just try and limit your use of it. I personally go for half an hour a day or an hour every other day. If you do more than that, you may well find that you spend way too much time in VR and start losing interest in the real world. Not such a huge problem right now, but as the games get better and better and better, as people start working in VR as well as playing in VR, particularly in a post-COVID era, I predict over the course of the 20s, you're going to end up with, people are going to end up around the world having problems with VR because they just lose interest in the real world. Mark my words. So here we, very clever. We're going to go into Doctor Who now. I'm quite intrigued to see what the British Broadcasting Corporation have done with their opportunity to create something cool in VR with one of their oldest franchises. Because I saw the BBC do something with Some People Do Nothing, which is a comedy which you may or may not have come across. And I tried it out at the British Film Institute under Waterloo Bridge. I just happened to be working out of the library there, and I saw there was something interesting going on outside. I had a go. And although it was a 360 video experience where you were in a room with the characters and they'd like kidnapped you. And whilst it was very low resolution, it was on a very poor quality headset, it was nonetheless very funny to have them all around you and being their usual idiot selves. So this one, it's a higher resolution experience. There is the famous old school police box from the 50s or 60s or whatever it was. Back in the black and white days of Doctor Who, this was, I mean, obviously, that's when this started, but this is how you travel around in time and space. So I'm going to start a new game. I have had a little go just so I got the basic gist. Yeah, I don't care. I haven't got very far anyway. I just wanted to make sure that I knew that, for example, to move around, you use the trackpad button, you push in this one. You're actually pushing the button forward, pushing the button back, whereas in some games you're just sliding your finger around the thumb trackpad. And then it's basically just sort of click with the trigger on the other hand to interact with things. So here we are in a laundrette, somewhere in East London. I wonder if this is a real place. Oh look, old school lanterns, so it's... Old school lanterns. So interact. Let's see if the BBC have done well as far as false affordances are concerned. That looks pick-upable. Is it? Isn't it? Reach out and grab. Hooray! Oh, and it goes white if it is interactable. Oh, and your hand automatically opens up. Clever. But presumably not with the flower pot. Yeah. Well, that's all good. So here we've got some washing. Should we put some detergent in?
All right, full disclosure, I can't absolutely guarantee that, but I can guarantee this is going to be the most amazing day of your life.
What's that?
Right, I better fill you in on what's going on and how.
So, it is 9:15, presumably in the morning, because I'm inside a laundrette. Friday the 24th of September, some year or other. Because it looks like it's really old school, but actually laundrettes don't get outdated that often, so this could be like present day. Let's see if there's anything on the noteboard. Stone drop, yeah. Okay, so we're in East London, yeah. 2018. Oh.
Okay, good news, bad news time. I've been kidnapped. Not sure how, but I've been thrown to the edge of time and space.
Oh no.
Luckily, there's bits and bobs of tech debris out here that I've grabbed. Managed to cobble together a very basic time-space visualizer.
Time-space visualizer. Okay.
Actually, we can do better than this. Hold on, I'm shifting devices. I can talk to you using local tech, and believe you me, I'll need to keep in touch because, sorry about this, you're the only one who can help me save the universe.
Me?
And oh yeah,
Me?
I'm the doctor. I'm sure you're good.
Oh, it's the female doctor. Oh, what the hell happened? I take my hat off for 1 minute, 1 second to take a sip of coffee and all hell breaks loose. What's happened? What's happened? The washing's gone a bit weird.
Nasty and dangerous, but you better get used to them. Long story short, imagine the infrastructure of time and space is a hard drive, and all living matter, everything that ever was or will be, is software. Well, someone's unleashed a virus that's attacking the hard drive and the software, meaning reality itself is being hacked, wiped, degraded. This reality virus is corrupting the past, present, and future. Now, I need you to check out the washing machines. And when you do, please, don't freak out.
What? Look at those multiple eyes. That's horrible.
Those creatures
Jesus!
vicious amphibians, sometimes
Vicious
used by races
amphibians.
like the Stenza and Zygotes.
Wow, that probably
They're
made me jump out of my
no
skin.
and a taste for human flesh. They shouldn't even be in this system. We can thank the
You
reality
shouldn't be in this
virus
system.
here.
Go back to your own
Right now, they're
system.
incubating, but that won't take long. Then they'll
Oh,
smash
wow.
out of the machines. So you've got to get out of there sharpish.
Go.
Looks like there's only one exit, through the back door in the manager's
Back
office.
door?
Be careful, and whatever you do,
Whatever, what? Okay. Manager's office.
We need to get the electricity back on in the manager's office so we can see what's what.
Where's that sound
Check
from?
out the fuse box and try to get it working again.
From TV? Fuse box. Okay.
Ah, looks like one of the fuse blocks is missing. There's got to
Fuse
be some
block?
more in there somewhere. Great work with the fuse box.
Yes.
Give this place a quick once over, would you?
Oh, shut the door. I don't want to see that. Scary. I didn't hear what you said. What? Give it the once over.
As I was being taken, I managed a bit of trans-magickery pokery. I popped a little present in the safe for you. But before you ask, I can't send anything else. Not from here. Anyway, open the safe, grab your present, and use it to unlock the door.
Okay. Look at the beautiful rendering. Like the lights up there, and when you move the thing around,
You've got to find the combination to the safe.
Kind of
It's 4
the
digits.
shininess
If it was
of the
my
metal.
combination, I'd go for 1019
Looks
personally.
really good.
Lowest 4 digit safe prime
lowest
number.
one is
obviously.
1019.
But I bet the manager used a pair of 2-digit numbers. Numbers that meant something to him.
Ha!
Have a poke
Shadow.
around and see if you can find out what they were.
Shadow. Live shadows. That's quite expensive to do. I usually don't do that when I make my humble stuff. Okay, I've got to look for clues. I've got to find the combo.
Take the phone. Oh, that's got to be a part of it. 14. Ace. But you still need
Time
another
for a
2-digit
new
number, so
brew.
keep looking. And get your skates
Thanks
on,
for
because the
all
Hydrox
your
are almost
hard
done
work.
incubating. And trust me, you do not want to be around when they break free.
Good luck with the laundrette and don't be a stranger. Love, Sharani. All right, 14 is one of the numbers.
Were there any other photos? Back by the washers?
Back by the washers. So I like this hint. I like that the Doctor Who herself is guiding you around. That's a photo, but that's not the one. Oh, look at this. I wonder why that one's a different colour from this one and this one.
Take the
Because,
photo. Get in there.
there we go.
That'll be it.
Attention! Look what I found. It's
It's
you back in 83. What a weird year that was. Love, Sharani. Wow. If that's how old I looked in 83, I must be pretty
Try to open
old.
the safe using the 2 sets of numbers you found.
What was it? 1483 or 8314? Ooh, okay. What? Great. Oh, I see. Because it doesn't let you point your finger out, so that it just sort of fixes it so that it all works out fine.
Oh,
What the hell
I
is
love
this?
my
That
sonic
looks like a sex
screwdriver,
toy.
so don't lose it. Actually, I'll show you a nifty little trick to keep it safe when you're not using it.
Oh, you don't need to press the trigger. What the hell does that say? Move yours. That's too low, that message. Move your sonic screwdriver to your waist and press trigger button to holster.
Super handy that. Grab the Sonic then.
Oh, I see,
Word
so
of
it's
warning,
always
the
there.
Hydrox are on the verge of breaking out, so you better get a move on. You need to unlock
Hydrox?
the door using the Sonic.
Okay. Huh? Oh, you can't get out that way.
Try the back door. See if you can get out.
What's going on? Ah. Ah. Oh, holster. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. Do me a favour, would you? Put this old radio on the workbench.
Oh, God,
I can get
it's
through
all-
to you easier if it's out in the open.
So, what the hell's that up there? Whoa. That is definitely an UFO, man.
Sorry to interrupt.
Okay, sorry, I'm
Do
just
me a
moving
favour,
so
would
that I
you?
can.
Put this old
Get the
radio on the
feeling of
workbench. I can get through to you easier if it's out in the open.
You want to go on the workbench? Okay.
Thanks. Look, that door won't hold the Hydrox for long. I've got to get you out of there as fast
Okay,
as we
let's
can.
barricade it.
So, you've got to knock up a nifty little device that'll help you escape. You're going to
Okay,
need
I'm gonna
3
escape.
things. First, the radio I'm speaking to you through.
Yes.
We can take that one off. You'll also need a power source, some sort of
Power
battery,
source,
and something to transmit a signal. A satellite dish would do.
Satellite dish. And a battery. Satellite dish. And a battery. Lots
to
of
it then.
false
Find
affordances.
those items and put them on the workbench. Sonic the carbonate. That might open it so you can see if there's anything in there that could help.
The car bonnet. Ah. You do have to keep listening, which is not a forte of mine. Right?
Don't want to worry you,
Can't get
but the
close
Hydrox are getting stronger and they'll soon be
Can't
through
get
that door, so
friction
get a
close
move
enough.
on.
What? Different car bonnet? That's ridiculous. As soon as I reach out to it, it moves away.
Okay, there's got to be a satellite dish somewhere around here.
Satellite dish.
There's got to be some kind of powerful battery in this old junkyard.
Yeah, obviously car bonnet, but I can't get close to it, darling. Ah, no, I can. Oh, do we
Try
need?
finding a car battery. That should do the trick.
Why can't I? What?
Come on, I need you to find a satellite device. It's not like I'm asking for the moon. Although technically speaking, the moon is a satellite.
Uh-huh. Okay, so I can only reach it from here, and then when I reach it, nothing happens.
Sonic the carbonate.
Oh, Sonic
That
the
might open it
carbonate.
so you can see if there's anything in there that could help.
Why does it keep jumping back? Oh, from the outside. Okay, okay.
Let's put that car battery on the workbench.
Right.
Where would you
That was
normally
a
find
bit
a satellite device?
finicky.
Like one of those little satellite dishes attached to a wall. Oh, I am loving your work. Are
There!
you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, how
Give
do I
a good
get it?
Sonic. That should get it down.
Oh. Oh, you can do stuff from a distance. Oh, that's
Lovely. Now
clever.
put it on the workbench next to this
Oh,
radio.
that's kind of cool. Look
Right,
at that.
Use the Sonic on them.
Okay, so the Sonic is the...
Signal at maximum power. Oh, you are going to love this bit.
Uh,
Oh, something's happening.
whoa!
I'm losing my visuals on you. And my connection. I'm losing.
Sensors indicate calibrated
Oh my
technology.
god!
It is the TARDIS. It is the Doctor's TARDIS. It must be acquired.
Acquired! There's the Daleks! Come on then, come and get me.
I haven't got a clue what's going on with you. Still no visuals, but I can see the transmitter needs a boost.
Transmitter needs boost. More sonicking, eh? More sonicking, eh? Transmitter needs a boost. Go on then. Boost.
Keep powering it up with the Sonic. We need to transmit that
wow.
signal again.
Ah!
Exterminate.
Don't exterminate. Yeah! It's the TARDIS. Presumably I don't need to... Oh my god! It's the TARDIS! I've always wanted to go into the TARDIS! Look how big it is!
Nice escape from the laundrette, mate.
Oh,
That's what I call
wow.
a clean getaway. No? Oh well, suit
Lifetime
yourself.
ambition
Hey,
fulfilled!
TARDIS, Hydrox, a reality virus. Told you it was going to be amazing. But newsflash, now we've got to get on and somehow save all of creation.
Oh, yes.
This is going to be fun.
Yes, yes, let's save all of creation. How'd you drive a TARDIS? Oh, that was so satisfying. I really wasn't expecting to hit, I don't know why. I thought, I haven't watched Doctor Who for a few series. Yeah! Bow, wow, wow. Bow, wow, 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 wow. Whoa, it's the cosmos. Moving through time and space, man. It's so good. Oh wow, yeah. I just haven't watched Doctor Who for probably about 5 years since one of the Doctor Who's really caught my attention. The one before the guy from The Thick of It. I loved watching the ones with him in it. Yeah, so I haven't watched it for ages, and I'd forgotten that, of course, you're going to have Dalek voices, and you're going to go into the TARDIS.
Welcome
and
aboard.
Maybe there'll
Come
be
in
some
then.
Cybermen.
Make yourself at home.
Oh, it's much prettier than I remember. Has it always been like this?
Wish I had time to give you a guided tour.
Gosh,
but we're
it's
up
really
against it.
high
We
tech.
can't get distracted. So, here's the skinny. Do people still say here's the skinny? What actually
No.
is the skinny? Never understood it, to be honest with you. I mean, sorry, easily
Skinny.
distracted. Big picture. I'm marooned at the end of time and space.
Skinny beer
I have to cobble
idea.
together a vortex manipulator to get back to where I should be. That way, I can deal with the reality virus and whoever created it. I need 3 pieces of Zyton to power the manipulator through
3
the time
pieces
vortex.
of Zyton.
Getting the Zyton is where you come in. And if you want a reminder of what's at stake, take a look behind you.
Uh-oh, is everything going to be broken?
That's what's at stake. Your world and countless others. So you've got to find those 3 pieces of Zyton, and let's get one thing absolutely straight. One very important thing. We are so coloured with time crystals from now on, because that sounds way cooler.
Oh,
The hologram's going to be
smashed to
patchy from
pieces
now on.
and Earth
I'm
all
guessing
red.
it's the reality virus messing with the visuals. Okay, get back to the console and I'll tell you what needs to be done.
Zyton.
The TARDIS has switched to autopilot mode. Don't take it personally, just doesn't know you yet. But there's some stuff autopilot doesn't cover. You have to locate the first time crystal yourself. That panel you can see is your interface with the TARDIS. Step up to it and I'll guide you through what you need to do. Ready? Okay, as a wise man once said, allons-y!
Allons-y.
What did you do that for? Give it another go. Not quite. Give it another shot.
Okay, so these are twistables. I'm just gonna let. Is this a good Pac-Man munching hexagon or a bad one?
Not quite.
Okay, that's a
Give
timer.
it another shot.
Okay, so turn this. Turn. Both at the same time.
We need to find out where and when the first time crystal is. These should help locate it.
This should help locate it.
Not quite. Give it another shot.
Right.
Never mind. Have another go.
This is really confusing. So, turn that. Doesn't matter how much.
What did you do that for? Give it another go.
This is confusing. So turn that. Then that one. Then that one. Then that one. Oh, it just shows you the order to do things in.
Oh, you're getting good at this.
It's not so
quite as fast as my
complex.
PB, but you're knocking at the door. Well,
Okay,
you're
that's
approaching
us.
the porch, driveway, cul-de-sac, whatever.
Oh, okay. So it's in the moon's orbit. Great. Let's go there. Oh, okay. Turn this one. And this one.
What did you do that for?
Ah, it's because
Give it another go.
my attention was elsewhere. Okay. This.
What did you do that for? Give it another go.
It's not clear how. Okay. What? It won't let me move it. Ah.
What did you do that for? Give it another go.
Okay. Oh, that one. It's really difficult to grab the bit that you're supposed to.
Not quite. Give it another shot.
This is annoying, not fun. Do I have to, oh, I have to do it with my left hand, that's why. Then this one. Then I think it's that one. Then that one. And then that.
What did you do that for?
Oh, I think I need to do
Give it
that.
another
So
go.
this, it's quite good. You just have to remember this one, this one, this one, this one. Oh, it's just the 4 of them.
Not quite.
Oh,
Give it another
idiot.
shot.
Okay. So you watch the pattern. This, far side, middle. Okay.
What did you do that for?
Because you
Give
have
it
to grab
another
it with
go.
the left hand. This one, this one, this one, this one. Hit the button. Got it. Okay.
Give it another go.
That's the right. I did it right that time. Oop. So move this one.
Never mind. Have another go.
Oh, this is so irritating. Okay.
What did you do that for?
Oh.
Give it another go.
All right, one last go, and then we're going to call it.
Never mind. Have another go.
Oh, screw this. This is annoying. Right, let's get down to the beach. I think we've had a little taste. I don't want to ruin the story for you all. So it's time to fast forward. So let's go from virtual reality to... So while I didn't see any Daleks, I definitely heard some calling down from their UFO. The Doctor Who experience is very good. I have to say, you know, when it comes to mixing a narrative, like a story, together with a bit of interactive VR experience, I think the BBC have done a cracking job with Doctor Who, and so they should, because they have this precious, you know, multi-decade-old series that they are still nurturing and looking after and continuing to kind of infuse new young audiences, despite the fact that their grandparents or even great-grandparents were probably enjoying it 50 years ago. And so they put their best minds to it, and they designed a really awesome laundrette. There was a nice little reality time shift where the tumble dryers or the washing machines got full of nasty lurgy, and whilst I had experienced that before and was a bit freaked out by it, the jump scare was real. Like, even though I knew at some point it was going to happen, it doesn't always happen in the same washing machine. So it's brilliant. Even if you've kind of done it once, you do it again. And I don't even like jump scares, but it was the kind of thing where it was such a great creature with multiple eyes, amphibious and deadly from another galaxy, that it was kind of a fun jump scare. And I managed to shelve my usually cowardly self and actually enjoy it. So that was cool. And yeah, and then you know, there was lots of surprises. There was a richness of the graphics, and there was a sort of a realism to what you were having to do. In the real Doctor Who, you do have to do sort of, you have to suspend disbelief a little bit to kind of believe that the TARDIS on the inside is absolutely vast, despite the fact you can see on the outside it's about 8 foot tall and 3 foot across. You know, but it kind of made you suspend your disbelief in a way that was really fun. And, you know, jumping through... Okay, so when I put in the combination in the safe, when I finally found all the numbers, it didn't care where I was putting my hand, just any time I touched that zone, it would put in the right number. So that's a bit cheaty, a bit disappointing on one hand, but then it's a hassle to create a hand where you can kind of point with great precision, and those resources were best invested elsewhere, doing things like, you know, putting together the radio with the satellite with the car battery. Okay, it was annoying to get the battery out of the car boot, the bonnet of the car, because it was a bit finicky to be standing in the right place and, you know, to point the sonic screwdriver at the right distance from it. I mean, why would you even need a sonic screwdriver? Like, surely you can just... Well, actually, no, maybe you do. Maybe you do. If you're not going to get in and hit the release by the steering wheel, then how would you get it open otherwise? So that is reasonable. But, you know, it is very... Once you've got your sonic screwdriver, use it for everything. But it doesn't matter, because the story was compelling, and it was genuine delight, I'm sure you could tell, when I realised that I was going to get a chance to get into the TARDIS. Now, my performance at the controls was a bit cat-handed. Was that me? Was that poorly designed user interface? I mean, it looked beautiful, but it didn't seem to function very well. Who knows? But I would argue that, you know, if it wasn't the BBC creating a really cool, immersive experience of the Doctor Who world, then I'd come down on them really hard. But it is the BBC, and they're not VR specialists. You know, if it was a VR studio, I'd mark them down hugely for that. But because they are storytelling specialists, that part of it was brilliant. Like, it really took it to a new dimension, which is pretty apt given that it was a Doctor Who virtual reality experience. So that's it. Thank you so much for coming. It's been a joy. I think we've got about 3 or 4 more to go. So I'll see you lot next week. See you later.
Reality. Life. Reality. VR is amazing. Much better. VR is amazing.